aliens and degen freaks, welcome back to the channel. So today we're having an earlier stream of a very special guest. So if you saw the thumbnail, you'll probably already know who this legend is. He's been pretty much perma-bullish for years on Bitcoin, and it's proven to be very, very lucrative and a success for this particular person. So, but if you guys didn't know that Carl is actually a pretty awesome music a lot. So I wanted to start the stream off with actually one of his songs, and we can get this show started right. All right, so let's go into Carl Runefeld's music real quick before we get started.
Like someone's picking on you, felt embarrassed but you don't know what to do. I'll tell you once and I will tell you twice. You can cry out my name, but I'll never take the blame. I'm here today, and now I am proud to say I can walk through fire, I can walk on water. When you brought me down, they walked me when I flew. I can walk through fire, I can walk on water. I'm invincible, cause I don't care about you. Well, you know that I can walk on water. Now you see that I can walk on water. Will you take my hand and walk with me when I walk on water? Did you ever have to fake a smile? But the fact is, you're burning up inside. I told you, but it's better you hear it twice. You can cry out my name, but I'll never take the blame. I'm here today.
All right. Awesome. I love it. It's just like it shows the journey and just where where he's came from and what his background is and just what is possible with crypto. So without further ado, bring the legend on. What's going on, man?
Hello, I'm good. How are you, dude?
Dude, I'm doing fan. I had to shill your. I had to do it.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that song, I made it back in 2012, so it's very old. Yeah, but I love the song because it's something I made when I was a kid, like I think 17 years old or something. And yeah, back then I loved it, so I guess I still love it for that reason. But yeah, I love making music. That's my biggest passion. It's even a bigger passion than crypto itself.
Awesome. And dude, and I think that's like me and you have that. I relate to you with that because I have that same journey. Like my background is I'm a musician. I've toured. I've had bands, and moments in my life where I was really like pushing for it, like my band's gonna get signed, and I'm gonna tour and do all this stuff. And luckily, I got to tour around the United States and do some pretty some fun things, or at least experience it. And yeah, so it's really cool that crypto ends up kind of pulling these creative people, either musicians, artists, whatever it may be, and there's always something for us here. And I'm sure you probably have that same feeling when you started to get into crypto. You're like, man, it's like you can kind of whatever you're into, you can make it kind of fit with crypto. Do you feel like that?
I mean, I love crypto. I've been accumulating Bitcoin and crypto since 2017, and crypto is always going to be one of my biggest passions. I think it's important that people learn about Bitcoin. That's why I make my videos every day on my channel. And that's very important to me. And I think Bitcoin is something you cannot miss out on, and that's what I realized. And then I have to tell everyone about it. So now I speak to thousands of people every day about it, just like you are doing as well. And I think you're doing a great job as well. I think your channel is amazing, and I think your audience should subscribe even harder and watch all of your videos.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. That coming from you, it means a lot. Cause like if I were to had told myself in January 2021 when I was watching your channels, watching Crypto, shout out to Crypto Chris and Da Vinci's channel, and Cryptos R Us, like it would have been crazy to tell myself then that I would be having you on my channel or that I had a channel at all. So it's pretty crazy. I have to like pinch myself sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing a great job. So
Oh, thanks, bro.
let's leave a thumbs up, guys, for Dano Crypto. Thumbs up.
Let's go.
We should reach at least 30 likes in the immediate short term.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're already at 15, so we're crushing it. People
Oh,
are stoked that you're on the
easy.
channel. So they're big fans of you, man. So yeah. So basically, like I said, like Carl's been pretty like perma bull for a while, and you actually got one of the craziest entries on Bitcoin, which was at the bottom. 16,000 or almost like what was it, 16,000 or 15,000 and some change, you got it like really low.
16,000. Yeah, exactly. Pretty crazy.
Insane. So guys, this was the bottom from 20, was this the end of 2022 or was this the beginning of 2023 around where that price was?
Just when FTX had collapsed
Ah,
after the collapse of FTX.
yeah. So basically, if you draw a trend line from that bottom, we're basically right in line, and the price kind of hit that trend line a few times, and now we've bounced off of it from that last point of 52,000. So basically, I'd love to get your TA on where you think Bitcoin is kind of going in the short term, but more importantly, we need to zoom out. So I want because that's
Sure.
what you're good at doing. You were good
Can you
at
see my
zooming
screen
out.
right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna share it real quick, and we'll get it going. Let me see if this is okay. Yeah, because you were just like you've been historically really good at zooming out and not getting caught up too much in the short term price actions. Like you still
Yeah.
trade it, you long, you short, but you were really good at being able to actually like see, okay, I can see the trajectory of this bullish run, and you're pretty good at making those choices. So show everyone what you
Yeah.
got.
Yeah, so long story short, I have a couple of alt positions, but the big positions that I have open now are this $2 million Bitcoin position, which is now already $240,000 in profits. I opened up that one at the very bottom right there, and then I increased it a little bit on this bottom right there. And then I have this position down here that you spoke about. That's the $16,400 entry, which of course is the lowest entry out of all YouTubers and people on Twitter that I've seen. So that's going to be
Yeah.
fun to keep that one open for the rest of the bull market.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, what I think here is that Bitcoin is likely going to go something like this if we break the neckline here. So the neckline out of this potential double bottom here, like you see, like this is approximately at 65K. If we break this, then I think we go straight up towards 82K. And that would mean that we break out of that massive bull flag that we can see here on the bigger time frame. So
Yeah.
this bull flag here is literally everything. If we break the resistance here, then not only are we going to go up to this 80K level, but we're most likely starting the next leg of the bull market, which is going to take Bitcoin up to like $300,000, $400,000 maybe. I think yesterday on the Moon Show, you said 340,000, and I
Yeah.
think that's a great target. I like that target. What else? I mean, I think it is also possible that Bitcoin is forming a bit of an ascending triangle, maybe like this, which
Yeah.
is even more bullish potentially. So all in all, looking quite good for Bitcoin. I think everyone is waiting for the election, to be honest. That's like the big thing that everyone is waiting for.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
as soon as we have the results of the election, I think Bitcoin will pump, no matter who wins the election.
Yeah, and I like that analysis. I've heard that from a few people because obviously there's people that say, hey, that if Harris wins, it's going to be a massive crash, or if Trump wins, it's going to be a massive pump. So, and
Yeah,
I feel like yes, the Trump win will be a little bit more violent, like it'll be more of a
yeah,
it'll be more of a pump, and then I think if Harris wins, there might be a little bit of the market might go down a little bit just for the fact that people think it's going to pump because Trump. But I feel like it's still going to kind of be business as usual. And a lot. The reason why I say that is because I think I've shown you this chart before too. I've tried to pull it up as much as I can because it's just a nice reminder. Real quick, we'll pop it up here, and it's the halvings lined up with the 4-year election cycle. And I'm curious what you think about that, because I don't think this was an accident or a coincidence. I think this was planned, that Satoshi Nakamoto, had this Bitcoin halving set up perfectly right in the 4-year cycles of the liquidity of the markets. And I'm curious, how do you feel about that? Do you think this was planned to be set up like that to be lined up with the elections?
I actually don't know. My gut feeling says that I don't think it's planned, because Satoshi, if anyone, wouldn't really care about this. Like, he doesn't care about the elections. He doesn't care about politics. Bitcoin is the only non-political money in the world. So why would he care about politics? So I think, no, it's just a coincidence, most likely. By the way, I can see Queen in the chat.
I
Huge
know, yeah.
shout out to Queen.
Yeah.
She's
Shout out
amazing.
to Queen. Yeah. I know she started
She
coming
watches
up in the
everything.
streams, and she started coming up in here, and a couple, months and months ago when we started to go on the Moon Show. So a lot of awesome
Amazing,
moonwalkers
amazing.
in here.
That's great. And Queen, let us know, like, are you also listening to my music every day? Because if you're watching every day, like, I'm sure you must be listening. And in that case, I have to buy you a rose and fly to wherever you are, Queen.
I think Queen's ultimate mission is to get a date with you, Carl. I think that's what's been happening. So
Possible,
I
possible.
don't
I'm
know. Yeah,
open for it. I'm open for it.
yeah, we'll have to make that happen.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, so I think it's a
Bullish.
coincidence, the 4-year cycle, but it is definitely a thing. Like, the cycles are there, and yeah, like, we're gonna pump now. Like, now is the time to pump historically, for the 4-year cycle. So it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it in my bones, and I think the thing that makes me, have a little bit more hope for that is that we've traditionally had the biggest runs about a year. 520 days is the peak of what these halving cycles are, and so we see usually a big run up, but we have some volatility, short-term volatility, that obviously kind of gets in the way. This particular article, if it'll load, get these pretty average numbers. Like, so from 2015, 2017 cycle, Bitcoin peaked at 518 days after the halving, and then you have 2019, 2021 cycle peaked about 546 days. So if history repeats or rhymes a little bit, then we will get the peak 518 days after the halving. So that actually lines us up with our, with that bullish price prediction that I did give, that we end up going to this crazy number, which is 340,000, because ultimately from where we're at now, that's a 270, or actually that's a 400% move to the upside. And even if we just do just like a very conservative number of going even just halfway up, that's 173%, 200% brings it up to $189,000 per Bitcoin. And that would line up with traditionally how much of a percentage move Bitcoin gets in that time. So this is why I'm so bullish of this pattern breaking out, especially seeing the cup and hand. You've been pattern pretty forming on the weekly. I know Crypto has been just beating that into the ground. Like, look at the cup and handle. So you think that this really will be validated? Because a lot of bearish technical analysis say, hey, this flag is overextended and it's going to break down. And that's kind of the bear case, as the bears are salivating for this to be, it's too long, it's overextended. Do you think it's overextended? You think it's
I
right
don't
on the
think so.
point?
I've been talking about this cup and handle myself, because I think it looks truly like a cup and handle, and I think that the handle is just looking perfect. It's not too long. I don't think so. And cup and handles, they should form over a long period of time, which this one has. So no, I think it's a very, very valid cup and handle, and it's gonna pump like crazy very soon.
Yeah.
Which I'm very excited about. So let's go.
Me too. Me too. see what you think about this, man, because I started to, because I know everyone has their different coins and different strategies, different ways they like to look at the market. Some coins are actually a good coins to look at to see when others are going to start running. Like I think when we start seeing Dogecoin running, like it kind of is almost like an indicator of the rest of some of these altcoins or meme coins starting to pump. And so I've kind of figured out this strategy, this way of looking at the market or the altcoin market, because as well as we love Bitcoin, but obviously we like to speculate into the altcoin market because it's a way that we can get more Bitcoin, right? So coin is what I've been looking at as my like oscillator for the bull markets. And I know Mr. M, I can't remember when I was talking to Mr. M, he said there's a guy that kind of had this same TA. He was like, yeah, Litecoin's basically like an oscillator of kind of giving you a metric of when you can start taking profits, when we're in a bull market or a bull run. Because in 2017, we saw this massive run on Litecoin right before in the halving year. And the range got up to $285 to almost peaking at $400. And then you go through the bear market, and then we get another run right here in 2021 where we had our that bull cycle right there. And then you see, I just take this, this volatile, just volatile chop going up to the upside, and I just bring it chart. And this is kind of my projection of is at $200 and something, or between this range of 272 and 358. That's when the rest of the altcoin market is going to be going insane. How do you feel about that?
I think I think altcoins are of course going to pump as soon as Bitcoin goes into a bull market. I think Bitcoin has been in a bull market. Of course, we went from like what 16K up to 70K. That's a bull market. Now
Yeah.
we've been in another bear market for what 6-7 months or something. But the next bull market starts very soon, and then altcoins are gonna pump like crazy. So that's just obvious. Everyone knows it, but it's gonna happen. And right now, altcoins are on such a big discount. When I go over to BYBIT and BITFLEX, like I see so many good discounts when I go through the altcoins. It's insane. Buying right now is basically as close to guaranteed profits as you can get over the next 1 year. So I'm accumulating Bitcoin and altcoins as much as I can, and I have my positions open on BYBIT and BITFLEX to also make some money on these derivatives trades that I think are gonna do very well in the bull market.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, links in the description, guys, for BitFlex and BYBIT. We have links for all of those amazing exchanges down in the links below. And so if you guys want to trade these markets before we really start to run, now is the time, because you got to think, look, like I showed you in the next year is when we're going to start to see the most of the craziness. Like it's a lot of the times it's about, the last 2 to 3 months is the most violent run up, and then we get the consolidation going back down. And I'm have more patience, because that is what's going to pay off. I've personally, because I think you'll probably know this, like that crypto Twitter will get you so distracted and get you kind of pushed off of your thesis and make you very impatient, because there's always like a new shiny thing or a new coin or a new something that gets your attention. And then you end up getting out of your plays that if you just hold them a little bit longer, even for 6 months, you can outperform all of the things that you tried to jump into.
That's a good point. Yeah, the best
And
thing in
I've
crypto is just to buy and hold, and don't go from one thing to the other too fast, because it's like a dog chasing its own tail almost. Like it.
yeah.
So it's better to just sit tight and hold your coins that you chose, and let it be. So especially with Bitcoin and the blue chips, just buy and hold.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I'm glad I've made those mistakes. I'm glad I've like turned those into. A lot of the times it takes a couple cycles. It takes like a cycle or two for you to kind of get chopped up a little bit. Maybe you made some good trades, maybe you made bad trades. And it's the reality of investing, and especially in crypto, because crypto is the only type of money market that moves in the percentages that it does. There's nothing else in the world that's going up 20, 30% moves in a day. It just does not happen. So that alone kind of messes with your mind a little bit. You see some new coin that just came out, like for instance, like Mooding, literally like a baby hippo.
Yeah,
You're
it's
like,
better to
what?
just sit tight and hold your coins, and that's the best strategy for sure.
Yeah.
I made a lot of money by holding my Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just keep it, and it will go up in value. And someone is asking in the comments here, Total Gaming, it says, should we short now to 60K? And I think that's a pretty like that's a possible scenario. Yeah, like we're very likely gonna get a small little dump before we see the bigger pump. So yeah, if we do break down out of the rising wedge we're in right now, then yes, we can do a short position. Do we have more questions maybe in the chat?
Yeah. Any more questions? Yeah. If you have anything that you want to ask Carl, like he will answer directly, and we'll put your question up on the screen. And if you guys are curious to pick Carl's brain, I'm always trying to pick Carl's brain and make him reveal what his like degenny, dirty, filthy picks are.
And how many likes do we have right now?
Let's see. Let's think we've got to be over like at least 40 now. I mean, we have 66 people watching, so
not bad.
All right, so no, we're at 30. We're at 29. All right, awesome.
Wow, let's get 30 likes, guys. That's amazing. Let's support Dano Crypto.
Yes. I feel like YouTube has been put me in the black box. They put you in that nasty algo if you end up talking about Trump too much or breaking out of the matrix. They're like, you're done. No,
yeah, I never talk about politics on my channel. It's a big mistake. I would say.
You're smart. You're smart. Sometimes I can't help it. Well, it's because you're in Dubai. You don't really have to deal about politics very much over there, right? Yeah, no one cares. But when you're in the United States, you're like, you kind of have to care, because if you don't, then you just kind of get swept up in the manipulation. It's tough, But yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks for smashing up these likes. All right, so I'm curious, if you guys never gone to this website, coingolive.com. This is actually a really cool website where you can just easily go and see all-time highs of percentage away from all-time highs. And things that I like to look at is like Dogecoin. It's 579% away from its all-time high. Things like Cardano are 782% from its all-time high. We have things like Polkadot. Curious what you think about Polkadot, because I mean, this thing is 1,228% away from its all-time high. And what I've tried to explain to people is that I know there's all these new coins, there's these new chains, but it could be that easy that you end up scooping up some of these things that were from the previous cycles, and that these will still even do a 5 to 10x and could be a safe bet. So I'm curious what you think are some of the kind of safer bets for people, because I know people are like really interested in the meme coins. They're going to be gambling with the meme coins, but I'm curious what you think would be, not financial advice, of course, but what you think is kind of the safer altcoins.
Polkadot. I'm holding a little bit of everything, to be honest. But it's not like I have one big favorite. I personally hold mostly Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then altcoins I trade them sometimes. Like I have a Polkadot trade open right now, so that's something. But
nice.
I think holding Bitcoin is honestly the best bet for everyone. If you guys want to do some gambling, of course, you can go to BYBIT and BITFLEX and buy some altcoins and hope for the best for the bull market. But it's very hard for me to predict the prices of altcoins. But with Bitcoin, it's very easy, I would say.
Yeah. Bitcoin is matured. It's got a very mature chart. I almost like to say that even Dogecoin has a mature chart, because it's because it's been around for a long time for meme coins, and you start to look at Dogecoin, it's like you can look at it as almost a healthy chart to trade, because it has a lot of data on it, previous resistance and support levels and things like that. That's why it's like Carl said, it's kind of hard to trade and know where altcoins are going to go, because sometimes they just go into price discovery and you're just like, who knows? Who knows? It could launch at a high valuation or, all that stuff. But to go to Carl's point, sometimes it's just better to buy and hold Bitcoin. And on the yearly, you see the data. I mean, it basically this is what it looks like: 124% on the year if you were to just be DCAing into Bitcoin. So it's proven over time that if you just dollar cost average, and you could do the same thing with these altcoins as well. You dollar cost average when we have market dips, and we've had plenty of opportunities during this run to scoop up the dip. So I know you've been doing that. You probably every time it dips, you're probably scooping up, like you said, a lot of these blue chip altcoins. So, all right. So, any other questions for Carl? I know he's got he's got to go to a meeting, so I think we're going to end this thing at 8:30. So we got a couple minutes left.
Mark Ardra is asking, in 2017, Carl owned over 400 coins, right? No, in 2017, I think I owned maybe 5 or something. That was when I was still working in a supermarket. I quit the grocery store supermarket job in 2018 in November. So those 400 startups that I invested in came later, maybe 2020, 21, 22, I would say.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so then that's a big number. So I think what you were, I'm trying to think and go into your brain. You were like, all right, if I just chuck paint at the wall, it'll stick somewhere, So I think that's probably why because I think of that number, I'm like, man, that's a lot. But you were like, okay, at least a few of those are going to do well, and I'll be able to make
that's
back
true. Some
any
of them did
losses.
very well. Most of them did not, but some of them did very well. Made me 300x and even above. So it was insane. We have Carnage Champion is asking, Carl, is XRP still going to 0? Well, I don't think XRP is going to go to 0. If I said it somewhere, it's just a joke, obviously. But I'm not bullish on XRP. I don't think it's going to go up a lot, but it's not going to go to 0. No, not for sure not.
I have a really funny picture. I have show you guys. It's really funny. This guy posted this picture. He was like, "Look at all XRP partners," and then he put just El Salvador as the Bitcoin partner. And I was like, "Bro," I fixed your picture. There was an error." I put Planet Earth as Bitcoin's partner.
I think XRP is one of these things that it's gonna stick around, but I don't think I wouldn't expect a lot from it. Like I don't put my money there. Yeah, there's better investments in crypto, I must say. For sure. Bitcoin, for example. I do have to jump off though because I have a meeting now. But you can continue with the stream, and I'll join you maybe next week again.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on and just giving me your time. Just however much you have, and I really do appreciate it. And
of course, man,
we will definitely.
Always a pleasure. Your channel is such a nice channel, and your audience seems to be amazing. Yeah, see you in the next one, and have fun in the rest of the stream.
Yeah, and we're gonna close it out with one of Carl's other songs. It's one of his newer songs called Dragon. So stick around for the end of the stream, and we're gonna close it out with some awesome music. Nice. And make sure you guys are following the Moon because we go live on the Moon Show. Carl's on the Moon Show, of course, on his channel, and he also posts his
The Moon Show starts in 30 minutes, actually.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
we got. Thank you so much, Dano. Always a pleasure. Bye bye.
Yeah, man. Yeah, peace, bro. All right, awesome. We love Carl. Carl's awesome. We really appreciate him coming on the channel. And let's keep the show going for just a little bit longer, and we'll check on Bitcoin. We'll check the price. And I see Andrew. I see Andrew in the chat. What's going on? I see Havoc Attack. I see Drum Hop. Yeah, Year of the Dragon. Let's see who else we got. Banana Republic. Shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. It's the Year of the Dragon. Yeah, I know. Well, the thing is like if you can get Carl on your channel for even like 15 minutes, you're doing something right. So because he's a busy man, he's got meetings, he's got things going on, he's got things to do. So if we were able to even get him for 30 minutes, we feel accomplished. So all right, so let's get on with the stream. Let's do some analysis here. Let's see what's going on with the news. Let's see what's going on. All right, let's see. Kamala Harris rules out bilateral talks on Ukraine. Let's see, U.S. Bitcoin ETFs record inflows. We got some record inflows for the ETFs. That's looking pretty good. This is a look at a young Elon Musk. Little did he know he would be constantly attacked for all of the cool companies and innovations that he is currently doing right now. Little did he know. Little did he know. Man, it's crazy. And I don't know if you guys saw the off the cuff conversation that was posted by Tucker Carlson. They had about an hour and a half conversation about censorship, how Starlink and just SpaceX and all of those companies and different companies are trying to or what they're experiencing going through the government and trying to help people. And they're one of the biggest contractors for the government, and they're making it really hard for them to operate by the paper pushing, bureaucratic kind of slow moving system that we have. Makes it to where people like Elon are having a hard time just trying to help people. Luckily, they've been able to circumvent some of the red tape that is being put out by FEMA and all the different emergency services. But I just found it fascinating, and it blows my mind that that America, being a capitalist society where you have the opportunity to, from literally zero, build a company to billions if you wanted to in America. And that because of that, it makes it to where if the doing something and at helping people and providing resources, that independent private people are able to do so, because then that gets it done faster. So this is what we're experiencing right now with all of the hurricane relief, is that FEMA, guess what? FEMA ran out of money. Where do you think all that money went to? Now, this is why I don't like to get political on the channel, but I do like to point out the facts, is that FEMA, Federal Emergency Services, are spending all of the cash to deal with the immigration and providing food stamps and phones and cards and all of this stuff, like millions and millions and millions of dollars to support the illegal immigration and all of the people flooding across the border. These people are getting services and getting help and money. And FEMA then comes out and says, we don't have any more money to help the people in the United States that literally just lost everything. And so it was a slap in the face. It was just like the Maui fires. Families got $500 where everything burned to the ground. And then you have the Hurricane Helene that went through parts of, hit Florida, went through Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, all these different areas, and they don't have the resources to be able to help these people. And that should outrage you. If you live in America, that should absolutely make you feel outraged, because then you think, what if I'm in a disaster? What if my state ends up getting something like this, and all of the money, all your taxpayer dollar money, all the money that is being siphoned from us is then going to help people that are coming into this country illegally, and they could be criminals. They could be coming out of insane asylums. They could be coming out of prisons. They could have, you have no idea. They're undocumented. And then those same people that told you can't go into a restaurant unless you have a vaccine or a mask on or a vaccine card to be able to travel, a vaccine passport, those same people are now letting millions of people in undocumented. So that should tell you something. It should tell you a little something about what is happening right now in this country. And that's why it is so important for you to vote. and to not be led into the deceptive lies that are being told to you, because mainstream media won't tell you that. And it's actually kind of funny, even for the fact that they came flat out and FEMA was just like, yeah, we don't have any money. It's just like when Donald Rumsfeld came onto C-SPAN and said, we don't know where 2.7 trillion dollars went. There's a discrepancy in the books where we lost $2 trillion. And then it's just like, it's outrageous. It should actually make you feel pretty freaking outraged. Pretty freaking outraged. But no, let's keep sending more bombs and bullets and money over to fight wars while entire cities just got washed away. It's pretty crazy, guys. It's pretty freaking crazy. So I won't keep talking about it because it freaking makes me mad, man. It makes me mad. It should make you mad. Guys, make sure you go to danocrypto.com. So danielcurtishughes.com is not a website anymore. It is danocrypto.com. So with that, you're going to get the crypto bubbles. You're going to get all the stuff that I am involved with and updates and all of the links and things. And pretty soon, we're going to be launching a crypto beginners course. And I know most of you guys, you're already crypto experts. But guess what? You have friends. You have friends that ask you questions. You have friends that laugh at you. You have friends that don't understand. And I think that if we can get to a point where you can feel comfortable saying, well, hey, instead of laughing at me, instead of making fun of me for being in this crypto thing, why don't you learn a little bit? Why don't you learn a little bit? And you can actually send them my way and they can try out this course. And so people spend money on all kinds of stuff. I mean, people literally spend like hundreds of dollars going and trying to learn how to like talk to women or something like that. I mean, just like for real. So I think even someone spending a little dough on a crypto beginners course to get them crash coursed ready to get into crypto, I think that is something beneficial. Yeah, laugh now, cry later. That's what we have to say. And someone said, are you talking about the Ukraine thing? They're getting old stuff that needs to be used anyway. I mean, yeah, that might be the case. They might be getting reserve ammo and things like that. But it's just, if the thing that you have to think about America is that, the reason why America has these problems to begin with, we're losing sense of self and identity and a blueprint and a model of how we can be a fearing democratic country, democratic republic, and it's like we always been so involved in foreign affairs. We've always been so involved in foreign affairs that we are not like America centric. If you think about, I watched something on Poland recently. I watched something on Poland, and it's like if America acted like Poland and we were super, super strong on the border, that we are listening to the people, that we don't want we want more of our GDP in the country. We're not involved in multi-wars, proxy wars, and all of that stuff. We would actually be able to sustain our wealth. Like, we would actually have a chance for like a middle class to start growing, more people coming out of poverty, more people getting opportunities to want to start a business, whatever that may be. Like the hope and the dream in the American dream is that the fact that you could come from nothing, and you can even come from another country and you wanted to be a legal citizen, you could and create companies. I mean, gosh, that's what America was built upon, is immigrants that have skills, services, and provide, and so that's what America is. It's so it's crazy that we are sending so much money and so much resources out of America. And then you see what's happening. I mean, our cities are just destroyed. I mean, our cities where you see there's Democratic run cities, they are absolutely just, I mean, they're zombie cities. I mean, people are literally walking around like this with their eyes gone. I mean, zombie cities, like legit zombie cities. Like you would not walk down these streets in these cities where you used to be able to, and now you can't. And so there's something systematically wrong. Like there's something very, very wrong. Something is going on. So we gotta figure something out. But what I think, if we get out of these countries, get out of these countries, stay in America, and put up the freaking wall, man. I used to laugh. I didn't understand Trump back then when he was just tribuning for the border. He's like, we gotta have a strong border. We have to have a strong border. We have to have a strong border. And I was like, why? Why does it matter? I didn't understand at the point that, oh my God, it matters so much, because that is a way you can dismantle a country from the inside. Is you bring all of the criminals, all of the bad people, all the people. You think these countries are sending these people out because they're the best in the world? Hey, go out and show people how our country has brought you up, and with your skills, and we'll put you in America. No, they take the criminals, they take the killers, they take the bad people, they take the lazy people, they take all the people that they don't want in their country, and they send them out. They say, don't come back. Don't come back. And then we have a 4-year administration that they open the border and just let them all in. Now, do you see what's happening here? So this is why you grow, you start to like listen to the data. You start to listen to the statistics. So it's just like you gotta look what's happening, look at the writing on the wall, and know that you are being manipulated. And the only way to get out is to see the stuff for what it is and how it's happening and how it's affecting people. And then you need to vote. And like Donald Trump said, fight, 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 because it is kind of a fight. I mean, if you give up and you let the system take control of you, and you just let them do this without using social media to expose these people, this is why they want to censor everything so much. This is why they want to censor things. Hillary Clinton herself, Hillary Clinton said, if we don't censor and shut down X.com and Elon, we lose control. She said that on live TV. She's like, hey, if we don't get a hold of people learning the truth, we lose control. She should have just said that. And so that's what's at stake right now. That's what we're dealing with. This is what we are dealing with, guys. It's pretty freaking crazy. All right, so you guys are super awesome. I mean, we had a lot of people come into the live stream today. We got 61 people watching right now. All 61 of you, and 52 likes. Man, we just like crushed it this morning. You guys are awesome. I mean, should I be live streaming earlier? Because this is crazy. We never have this many people popping in, and especially this early. Maybe this is a better time. Maybe this is a better time. Where are you guys from? I want to know where you guys are watching from. All 61 of you. Where are you watching from? And let me know if this is the first time you have made it onto this channel and on this stream, because I would like for you to stay. I'd like for you to stay a while, because you will not be disappointed with the things that we are bringing on this channel, and the content and the perceptions and the observations, because I'm sure you probably align with a little bit of what I'm saying. And maybe, just maybe, the things that I'm saying are going to push you a little bit more towards the direction of finding out the truth for yourself, because that's the whole point. And all right, so we got people from New York. Put where you're watching in the chat. And also, if you guys want to become a member of the channel, you can become a member of the Dojo crew, and you can put your Pepes in the chat. And you can also, we got people from Norway. Amazing. Indiana. Awesome. Sweden. So sweet. Not my first time, but I'm not often here since work. Oh, okay. Well, amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Even if you don't get a chance very often, I really do appreciate it. It's amazing. All right. So let's oh yeah, I wanted to show the I wanted to make sure I shield the channel again for Carl. Carl's been killing it with his vlog channel. Does a lot of content, really cool, just kind of showing his lifestyle and what is possible when you really go full on and full in on crypto. You're able to start buying McLarens and Bugattis and buying Ferraris and stuff like that. And you gotta remember, Carl was literally in a grocery store bagging groceries and stocking shelves and things like that 4.5 years ago. Okay, so if you can take a trajectory of going from literally the grocery store to the super yacht, it's possible. It's possible with crypto. I think crypto is literally the only thing that you can do that fast. I mean, there might be some other things, but crypto is literally, I think, the only thing that you could do that, like at that scope, at that scale. So shout out to Carl for just being bullish, believing in something, because I think that's the thing. It's like you have to believe in something. You really do have to believe in something. And once you take that belief and put it into, because there's three key factors of kind of like the law of attraction here, is that you have the belief, you have the feeling, and then you have the action. And those three things, that trifecta, that trinity, that morphs together into pushing it into a reality that eventually comes into the energetic combination of those three things. That is how you end up creating something majestic, like in your life. And so Carl, if you ever want to get a bullish reminder of how that actually has been played out, you can go through Carl Runefeld's journey. So it's pretty cool. All right, so, and also follow him at the Moon Carl on x.com, and then also make sure you're following me as well. We're pretty close to getting to 2,000 followers, 2,000 friends. I want to say 2,000 friends instead of followers. Feels like a cult leader. I have 2,000 followers. And speaking of cults, if you'd realize that the only way that a coin is going to be successful is that it has a cult-like following. A cult-like following. No, that doesn't mean we're going to put purple cloths over our head, drink the Kool-Aid. No, it just means that we're going to feel like we're a part of something bigger, and something that is more than just VC coin unlocks and getting in early or whatever it may be. It's just you believe in something, you have conviction. And so this is the thesis and the direction that we're going with our bags, is that there are cult-like meme coins in this space right now that are trading better than the blue chip VC vaporware coins. Now, Murad gave a super bullish presentation, which is basically a masterclass. It's basically a masterclass on this cycle and how memes are going to be the things that retail are going to ultimately invest in, because they can feel like they're a part of something. There's been so much that has been individualizing people into the ground, to where then you're easily controlled to be then put into the system. So I think what meme coins are is kind of like a pushback against saying, hey, like, we want the little guys to win. We want the opportunity for us to not get dumped on, and it's something that you can believe in. And so there's multiple communities and coins that are like this now, like including Ticker Bitcoin, Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu, SPX 900. You have Popcat. You have God, what else? The Milady, Retardio. What else? I mean, there's like these almost cult-like followings that happen with these tokens. And let's see what SPX 6900. I mean, this thing came out around the same time as Pepe and Wojak and all these coins, and we're starting to see that these things, and like GigaChad, these things are starting to, and they already have, they're outperforming the whole entire market. And that's not because people want to gamble. It's not just because people want to make more money and want to gamble. I think it's deeper than that. Yeah, headband Hyde said it right. You need to buy low market cap cult tokens. Low market cap cult tokens, and that is how you could ultimately be more successful, probably outperform the whole freaking market. Like, you literally outperform the whole market by studying the cult-like movements. And so for instance, like, or social engagement, because it is an attention economy. You have to think about what is going to get more attention and have people feel like they're part of a cool club or part of a group or part of a thing. Like, and I think Murad makes a good point of saying that basically meme coins and these cult-like followings are like being in a guild in an MMORPG. I don't know if what your guys' background is, but I'm a musician. I skate. I'm a skateboarder. I love playing video games. Like, I've grew up doing all of this stuff, and basically when you start to get into this, it makes you feel like. Hold on just a second. Okay, here's that list. Yeah, so when you're getting into these things, it kind of gives you this nostalgic feeling of being in a guild, of being in a clan. Like, you were either in a clan or a guild. So I did it all. I mean, I was in a clan in SOCOM. It was called Dead Presidents. It was called Dead Prez, and I was literally a character. I remember this was like in early 2000s when I was playing online on my PlayStation 2, and I was part of a clan called Dead Presidents, and I was Taft. I was President Taft, so I chose the name Taft as my guy. And I remember, I was on this website. I had my character listed on this website. We had this whole little community built around it. I remember I went as far as going into, I played Guild Wars. I played Diablo 2, Lords of Destruction. I was in a clan called Fight to the Death, FTTD. That was like a big clan that was dominating all of the speed runs and all of the different aspects of Diablo 2. Man, it's just, and I remember you feel something, like you just feel like you're a part of this thing, like this, and guilds were just like, it made you feel, yeah, Taft, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just made you feel like you're part of something. You're part of a group, a collective, a community, and there's something super nostalgic about that. So I think that's what these meme coins are doing right. They're getting that type of guild-like community going, and that is what is going to be the most successful. So these are the cults, basically. This is what Murad studies as one of the as some of the bigger cult tokens that are doing really well. So Ponky on Solana, and then you got Moo Moo. Moo Moo is kind of like the Bobo of Solana. And then I'm not going to list everyone. I'm going to list the ones that I think are more culty than the rest. You got Retardio. That one's starting to come up. I'm starting to see this one a lot. And then you got Ticker Bitcoin, the Ticker Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu. And then Apu. Apu has actually been doing good because it is the most memeable frog Pepe meme on the internet. So more this so than you see Pepe, you usually see Apu, which is kind of like a smushy, doopy derpy type of Pepe. And so this one is the most recognizable by people. And so for that reason, Pepe is the flag carrier for the meme site started in 2023. People thought that it was an absolute joke, and they're like, memes are dead. They tried to convince you that it was stupid and that you're stupid for investing in memes because it's going to go to zero. And now you see that the people that actually stuck with the cults and stuck with the things that they're like, okay, this is something's up with this. They're sitting pretty right now. Very pretty. They're probably gone. I mean, they disappeared. They flew away on their private jet, and you don't see them anymore. And then you got things like Mog. Mog is that kind of collective attitude of crypto Twitter, the laughing, flyer, NASCAR glasses, just getting mogged on. It's just like it's just a collective community meme that people are attaching to. So Mog is one of those things. And then you got Popcat. Popcat is just been trading volume wise has been doing insane. I mean, Popcat is trading better than most of your blue chip vaporware, faster transactions, blah, blah, blah. We're doing this, that. No one cares. They like a cat and a dog. And then you got things like SPX 6900 and then GigaChad. Now, I would wager to bet that you could put Wojak in this category as well. I think Wojak, in terms of what the origins of Wojak, there's a lot of Wojak content, almost just what Pepe and Ponky has. Ponky has more of your social media content. They have millions of views on their social media platforms. So that's why I'm super bullish on Ponky. They also do a lot for the community in terms of giving back, using their resources to help the community. I mean, to just be super bullish to solidify that they are a meme community token that is trying to like take over the attention of the market. And I think they're going to do a really good job. I mean, it just the metrics and the chart speaks for itself. The holders speak for itself. And so this is why I'm super bullish on that. Okay, yeah. Looking at the chat right now, and you are awesome. We've had like a lot of people in here concurrently, so thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I feel like I need to stream. You guys think I should just stream a little earlier now, because it looks like we have way more people that are able to join. It's either one, it's a good time and people can tune in better on this time, or they saw Carl Runefeld's face on the thumbnail and they were like, I gotta watch it. It's either one of the two. I don't know. Either way, we're super happy that you guys are here and that you got this stream up to 58 likes. You guys are absolute legends. The fact that you guys are here, you're gonna win. You're gonna win. Like, you will win. You are here early before everyone. Like, you are here before all of the hairdressers, the taxi drivers, the bartenders. All right, so Anime World says, give some tips for new traders. Okay, I could give some tips for new traders. If you are a new trader and you're thinking like, where do I even start? Where do I start? Okay, well, you can do something really easy. Just as the easiest thing you can do, just go on CoinMarketCap. And it doesn't have to be CoinMarket. It could be CoinGecko. It can be CoinPaprika. A coin aggregator site is a good place to start, because you're getting, you can look at the categories. You can go through the categories. You can look at all different types of narratives. You got every chain ecosystem. So like, for instance, right now, the Sui ecosystem is really bullish right now. People are looking at memes on Sui, just like they were looking at memes on Sol. And then you have the base ecosystem, which is layer 2 for Ethereum. You can go and look at all of these different types of narratives and categories that you can start to sift through what is bullish right now. So obviously, they're going to give you the narratives that are most bullish, that are trending. So right now, the most bullish narratives are the memes, the Solana ecosystem, AI, gaming, real world assets, which is basically tokenizing your company and your asset from a company that you have in a physical company, and then you can then tokenize whatever that may be. And then you have DePIN, which is decentralized infrastructure, physical infrastructure networks that is with Chainlink and XYO and different things like that. There's other projects that are doing this, and so what you can do is just click on these and then go to the 20. Don't pay attention too much to the market cap. You can, because if we're wanting to find some low market cap gems, then you want to kind of start going down the list and, okay, here's like lower market caps and these specific meme coins. And then you can see what is trading at the highest volume right now. So one of them being Pepe. So you can say, okay, Pepe's trading high volume. Then you can go into the Solana Solana volume and look at what's trading the highest on the Solana ecosystem. So you can see that, look, you can actually buy Chainlink on Solana. You can have render on Solana, and then you can see that the memes are some of the highest performing assets that are native on the Solana chain. And so start building, and the volume is your best friend. So the volume is where is the money. That's the money and the trading and the volume coming in from all the exchanges, from all of the DEX trading. And so this gives you a good metric of how people are trading the token. And so what you can do is once you start to figure out what is trading high, make your watch list. So just add these things to the list. You can set reminders on your phone or on the app to alert you if your watch list starts to go up 1%, up 2%, or whatever it may be, or if it's dumping. So then you can kind of start to keep track of a set of coins. And I suggest just keep it simple for now. If you're new and you want to just like build up a list of maybe 10, 15, 20 coins, all different. And I suggest make it that it's different narratives. Make it different narratives. Like have a little bag of some memes, have a little bag of, watch list of AI, have some gaming in there, and obviously have Bitcoin and Ethereum as your base. Just like start to build up that list of tokens and start to do your research. And then then you can feel a little bit better. You're not just like chucking things at the wall. You're like, oh, this is starting to pump. Oh, I gotta blah blah. No, you have a calculated list that you are following. You are you're being smart about it. Like you're not just like, oh, this thing's pumping, let me buy. Oh, this thing's that you build the list. Like build the list, calmly accumulate. And just know that, if you've been watching the stream this whole entire time, that the bull run is going to happen in 2025. So you accumulating these things right now on the dip or on this particular market structure is going to pay off very well going into the next year. And so if you haven't already, you want to set up your digital wallets, you want to set up your centralized exchanges, you want to make sure you can send and test sending transactions from one wallet to another. You want to test doing a swap, swap on the base chain, swap on Tron, use these different protocols. This is how you're going to get used to just being in the ecosystem, and you won't make I won't say you won't, because obviously in investing in any type of investment strategy, you're gonna hit some roadblocks. You're gonna hit some points where the market's just not doing what you think it's gonna do, and there's going to be some little hiccup bumps and things on the way. But ultimately, you just have to stay calm. You just have to stay convicted. Have some conviction, and know that we're going into the best, craziest times coming into the next 6, I would say even the next year. This next year is going to be wild. It's going to be wild. So I don't know if that helps. I don't know if that's yeah, and you only lose if you sell. You only lose if you sell. So I mean, just like Carl and me said in the beginning of the video, it's if you can wait and be patient, that's what's paid off the most for Carl. I'm sure a lot of the stuff that he like early invested in, waited a little bit, had to let the market like mature a little bit, and then like see what can happen. And there's obviously ways that you can avoid round tripping. And if you don't know what round tripping is, it's basically where you went through the bear, you accumulated through the bear market, and then everything that you accumulated starts pumping. And now we're in the bull market, we're in a bull run. And then it gets to the top, and then it starts to go down, and you didn't take any profits, like none. That's what round tripping is. It means you're stuck holding the bag of wherever your entry was. And so I would suggest that whenever you are like getting up to like, you're like up in your investment, you've doubled it up, you've tripled it up. I mean, you could go as far as scooping some of that off the top, scooping a little bit off the top that you took out. Say you put $200 into a coin and now it went to 1,000 or whatever. You take 400 out and leave the rest for a moon bag. It's as easy as that. It could be as easy as that, as you just, okay, I solidified my moon bag. I took out my initial investment and some profit just in case the thing goes to freaking zero. And then there you go. That's and then DCA, and then those strategies right there will help you probably outperform most of the market. And so, yeah, don't high leverage if you're using low margin, and don't think that you have to always have high leverage. If the market's bullish and a coin goes up 10%, which is easy to do on a daily basis, all you need is a 5-6x. All you need is a 5-6x leverage with low margin to be able to make a pretty decent trade, make a pretty damn decent trade. And Headband doesn't agree. He says Moonbag is the biggest scam in crypto. I wouldn't say that because who preached the Moonbag seemed to. Well, I'm not preaching the Moonbag because I don't always recommend them. A little bit of the risk. Just a little bit, It's just safe. It's just like I feel like it's like one of those safer, more risk management plays. Like you don't have to fully agree with it, but it what it does is it's just like if you have a rule, you need to set it. You need to follow it. So if that's your rule, I invest in a coin and say you doubled up, tripled up. Even Da Vinci, Da Vinci J15, the legend himself, recommends doing this, and he recommended even doing it with his coins that he was promoting. Like he's like, look, it actually makes for a healthy chart, because then you got people reaccumulating back. You got people buying, selling, kind of makes it a healthy chart. Some people would say, hey, it's not. I don't agree with that because I want to. I don't want people to sell. I want it to go up forever. But the faster things go up violently, a lot of the times the harder they can fall. So this is why I think it's important to really study those charts that have a good, healthy, moves up, moves down. And then Headband. So Headband is one of those traders that, he's like, just exit, move to another token, way better on your brain and trading. But sometimes it's not though. Because if you just exit and move to another token, guess what? You move to another token, that token's garbage, and the one that you were in, that you built the Moonbag on, and you were whatever, I don't know, they could do a lot better. So doing the flip-flop, I don't know. The thing is you just have to you got to just test stuff. You got to test out your strategy, test it out, see how it works. And just see if you're able to take some profits when it's time. The main thing is like you really just got to take profits. you gotta just know when to take some profits, and if you can even get out a little bit alive, if you can get out alive. All right. You guys are still here. I really appreciate you. We got this thing up to 62 likes, and we got 50 people watching. I don't know, am I lagging? I feel like on YouTube I'm lagging. All right, so and guys, right now, I mean, honestly, like this is my second cycle. So I came into crypto in January 2021. Fresh noob in the space. I was testing out different wallets, going into different coins. I learned about Cardano and Polkadot because I learned about Ethereum, and I was like, these are the co-creators of Ethereum, and blah 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 blah. All right, so it seems like it's doing a lag. Let's see. We might be able. We might be able. If we can fix it. Oh yeah, my computer's just like it's doing the thing. It's doing the thing. Let's see if this helped. I probably have way too many browsers. I have way too many things open right now. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like, all right, so this is 9/11. So we'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want you to go and check out and to go tune into the Moon Show now. If you guys are regular watchers of the Moon Show, then I suggest you guys go over and check out that stream. Let's see if they should be streaming. Yep. Yeah, there's girl. Let me know if you guys can actually hear this audio. Can you guys hear this? Just curious. All right, so we're going to link. All right. Yeah, so I linked that. All right, guys, I will see you. I don't know if I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know if I'll see you. Yeah, I don't know why the audio doesn't want to work on the sharing the screen. It's supposed to share all the audio too, but it's for some reason it doesn't want to do it. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this live stream today. I really appreciate you. And if you're new, thank you so much for giving my channel a chance. And I hope you come back for another live stream. Just so you guys know, we stream Monday through Friday, normally 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, but we did want to stream a little bit early because we had an awesome guest, Carl Runefeld. So make sure if you came in a little late, you go back and watch from the beginning, and also share this on your platforms that you like to use, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever, TikTok. Share it all over the place so we can get some more subscribers and get some more awesome dojo members in to hang out with. And we will see you on the next one. Peace out. And we're gonna play out one of Carl's songs, actually. All right, we'll end it on this song. All right, peace.
I don't wanna be the one who cannot see. Although I know, surely I know would you do with your last days on earth? Would you stand by and watch as people burn? Or would you fight for what's right? Try to slay the dragon and send him into the night. Watch our flags ascend as we march into war. We can slay the dragon. His eyes are watching you. No matter what you do, I know it hurts, but you need to see the truth. Illusions before your eyes, they are the dragon's lies. What would you do with your last days on earth? Would you stand by and watch as people burn? Or would you fight for what's right? Try to slay the dragon and send him into the night. Watch our flags ascend as we march into war. We can slay the dragon. We can slay the dragon. What would you do with your last days on earth? Would you stand by and watch as people burn? What would you do